Okay, so welcome to today's lesson. Today we're going to be talking about angles. And to start with this, I want to just give you guys a minute to review some of your definitions concerning angles. So I think they're all there. Yep. So go ahead, hit pause on the video real quick and see if you can match the A through H terms with the different diagrams and definitions here on the screen. Okay, so welcome back. I'm going to go through and you just check your definitions and see if you got these correct. So this first one on the top left would be vertical angles are congruent. So I'll cross that off. The one on the right next to it, that's going to be a linear pair. And linear pairs are supplementary. This is a linear pair because they are adjacent and they're on the same line. Supplementary angles are going to be two separate angles. So they might look like this. But if they're there next to each other on the same line, we're going to call those linear pairs. Second one down on the left is going to be angle bisector. So we know angle bisector cuts these perfectly in half. So this area is going to be the same as this area. Bisect perfectly in the middle. Second one down on the right, that's angle addition. So just like when we had segment addition, we can say that one small angle here with another small angle gives me the whole big angle, okay? Small one plus small one gives me the big one. Third one down on the left, let me cross that out. Third one down on the left, that's definition of perpendicular. And we're going to know that it's perpendicular because of this little box that's in there. Third one on the right is definition of right angle because it says right angle. Last one on the left, it tells me these are complementary. So complementary angles, A. And then last one on the right has that word supplementary. So supplementary means that they equal 180. So that's just a little bit of a review of your terminology and definitions. We will be using these a lot for the next week or so. So let's see how these play into our examples and what we're going to be doing in geometry. So angles ABC and angle DEF are complementary. So complementary is a key word here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and draw A, B, C. And this middle letter is always going to be the vertex of our angle. So when I draw angle DEF, E is going to be the vertex. So D, E, vertex of the angle, the pointy part, F. And it says DEF is 36. Find the measure of ABC. So I'll call that X. Remember at the beginning where I boxed in this word complementary? You're looking for those definition terms because that's going to give us our justification. So definition, complementary angles. And what does complementary mean? Complementary means that the two angles add up to equal 90. So my geometry would be angle ABC plus angle DEF equals 90 degrees. Because those are the complementary angles. The two of them added together equal 90. And now we're going to solve. So instead of ABC, we're going to plug in X because that's the measure of ABC. And DEF is 36 degrees. So 90 is still on the right. And I can solve simply by subtracting 36 on each side. $54 degrees. And that's all we need to do. But all of these problems are going to use a different example, and they're all going to use a different definition. So make sure you're looking for those definition words. So in number 2, BC bisects. There's our keyword right here, bisects. ABD. So BC bisecting ABD means that this top piece is the same as that bottom piece. Okay? Those would be equal. So our geometry here is going to be angle ABC is equal or congruent to angle CBD. And this would be our definition, angle bisector. And to solve this, because we want to know ABC, I'm going to put an X in there. So ABC is X equals CBD, which is 52 degrees. And that's all you need to do to solve him. Now, problem number 3 doesn't have much words. It just says, find measure of 1 if 2 is 110. So we really need to look at the diagrams here. Okay. Angle 1 and angle 2, we need to recognize those as a linear pair. Notice how this pinkish purple color is touching that green color? That makes them a linear pair. So our main word here would be linear pair. Linear pairs are supplementary. Okay? And you can just abbreviate SUPP if you'd like, supplementary. So what does that mean, though? For linear pairs to be supplementary, it means that those two angles equal 180. They add up to equal 180. So angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180 because it makes that straight line across. That straight line all the way across. And then we will solve this. So measure of angle 1 I have no information about. So I'm going to call that X. And the measure of angle 2 is 110. So subtract from each side. So X equals 70, or you could say the measure of angle 1 equals 70 degrees. Either one would be fine there. Okay, I know some of these problems are really quick because there's not a lot of algebra here. Please make sure that you're taking your notes and that you are slowing down and thinking through them, and make sure you reach out with any questions you guys have, okay? All right, so let's look at number 4. I have no words here. All I have is a diagram. But it tells me find W, X, Y. So in this diagram, I need to make a connection. W, X, Y is this big angle on the outside. But it doesn't tell me anything about that big angle. It tells me about 82 degrees, this bottom half, or bottom piece, I shouldn't say half. And it also tells me about this upper piece here. Ooh, that's really thick. So we need to make a relationship between green, blue, and purple, or pinkish color. Well, if you were to look at this yourself, you guys would be able to tell me that WXY, that pink color, is just 82 plus 27. And that would be angle WXY. And you would actually add these together because that's, you guys are just really good at that. You go, oh, that's 109. But we need that geometry part. So green here, 82, says that this smaller angle here, WXU, plus, and then I have this blue color, u, x, y, would equal my purple. And our justification for this is going to be angle addition. Because we're taking two angles and we're adding them up to equal a bigger one. Just like with segment addition, where I had a small segment plus a small segment gave me the whole long segment, we're doing the same thing just with angles now. All right, number 5 has a keyword. Before I do anything with this, I want you guys to find what is that keyword, what is that definition going to be that we use in this problem. Did you find it? Supplementary. That's that definition term we're going to be using. So we can put, oops. So once we actually find that definition, we can just say the definition of supplementary. Okay. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and draw those out. So x, y, z, x, the middle one always goes on the pointy part or the vertex, and z, and j, k, l. J, k is in the middle, so it goes on the pointy vertex part, l. So what do I know about supplementary angles now that I can see them and they're drawn out? Well, definition of supplementary, what we wrote there, says that they add up to equal 180. So my two angles, angle x, y, z, plus my other angle, j, k, l, is going to equal 180. The sum, or two angles added together, equal 180. So now once we have that, we can write our algebra down. X, y, z is this expression here. 5x minus 11 plus jkl is here. 2x plus 9 equals 180. So take all these and we're going to solve. So combine my like terms. So 7x minus 2 equals 180. And then I'll add 2. 7x equals 182. And then divide by 7. So 7 into 182. So x equals 26 degrees. You don't need it. Okay. All right. Our last problem for these examples. Okay. Oh, let me erase this so we can see that problem. Find the term. Where's our definition? Where's that term that we need to know in this problem? Find it first. You find it vertical. Vertical angles. So our justification or our reason is going to be vertical angles. And what do we know about vertical angles? Well, we know vertical angles are congruent. Okay, that's the symbol for congruent. So I'm going to draw this out. RST. So RST. And then WSU. WSU. Okay. So what we're looking at is this angle here and this angle here. Okay. angles that are directly across from each other. So if vertical angles are congruent, we can write angle RST is congruent to angle WSU. And now we go ahead and solve. RST is right here. 3x plus 24. And WSU, x plus 50. So I'll go ahead and solve this out for x. So x would equal 13. Now, before I end the video, let's remember a few important details here. Things to remember. There's probably one main thing here that I would really emphasize remembering. Find the key definition. Once you find that key term or that key definition within your problem, that becomes your justification or your reason. Okay? And then after that, I would make sure to remind you, write the geometry, and solve, okay, the algebra. But the main thing here is you got to find that definition because that's going to give you that reason. And once you have that reason down, it tells you what to do. Supplementary angles equal 180. Vertical angles are congruent. Complementary angles equal 90. So that's going to walk you through how to set these things up, okay? So remember that as definitely the emphasis. Other than that, that's it for today.